You think saving your money makes you safe. The math says otherwise. If you left $50,000 in a standard savings account 10 years ago, you didn't preserve your wealth. You quietly destroyed over 30% of its purchasing power. You followed the rules. You didn't buy the flashy car. You didn't take crazy risks. You put your money in the bank because you are a responsible, intelligent person. And that exact psychological need for safety is the hidden mechanism keeping you permanently broke. In the next few minutes, we are going to dismantle the illusion of financial security. We will look at a cognitive flaw called loss aversion and exactly how the modern banking system weaponizes your fear of risk to build their wealth using your money. You will understand why playing it safe is the most dangerous financial decision you can possibly make. Write this down now. The system does not reward caution. It exploits it. Let's break down the psychology, the invisible cost of your tranquility. Human beings are not wired to build wealth. We are biologically wired to survive. Behavioral economists call this loss aversion. The psychological pain of losing $1,000 is twice as intense as the pleasure of gaining $1,000. Because you are terrified of losing your capital, you seek absolute certainty. You put your money into a checking account yielding 0.1%. You look at your screen and you see the exact same numbers every single day. The numbers never go down. Your brain gets a hit of dopamine. You feel secure. But it is a complete hallucination. Your numbers are not moving, but the cost of your existence is exploding. Rent goes up, food goes up, energy goes up. The real value of your safe money is rotting away in real time. You are guaranteeing a slow, painful financial death simply to avoid the short-term anxiety of market volatility. You fear losing money in the market, so you guarantee losing it to inflation, the master trap of the bank system. The banks rely entirely on your financial cowardice. This is the core mechanism of the entire global financial system. They tell you that investing is too risky for ordinary people. They condition you to believe that the only safe place for your capital is inside their vaults, so you give them your $50,000. They pay you pennies in interest to keep you pacified. What do they do with your safe money? They immediately take it and do exactly what you were too afraid to do. They invest it. They lend your $50,000 to a developer building an apartment complex at 8% interest. They lend it to someone buying a car at 12%. They lend it out on credit cards at 24%. The bank takes extreme calculated risks using your capital. They collect massive compounding yields and they hand you back a fraction of a percent. They are getting rich off your inability to manage your own financial psychology. You are not avoiding risk. You are just taking all the inflation risk while the bank takes all the profit. You are the ultimate uncompensated risk taker. Why your intelligence is ruining you. This trap captures highly intelligent people the fastest. Doctors, engineers, and lawyers fall into this constantly. If you are highly educated, you believe you can outsmart the system. You think you can time the market. You watch the news, you see a geopolitical crisis, and your intellect tells you to pull all your money out of your investments and move it to cash. You think you are being strategic. You are actually just panicking in slow motion. The hardest thing for an intelligent human being to do is absolutely nothing. Your ego demands action. When the market drops by 20%, your brain screams at you to sell to stop the bleeding. But selling at the bottom is the financial death blow. It locks in the losses permanently. Wealth is not built by reacting to the news. Wealth is built by tolerating the psychological agony of doing nothing while your portfolio swings by tens of thousands of dollars. Warren Buffett didn't get a net worth of over $100 billion because he has a higher IQ than you. He got it because he has the emotional discipline to sit on his hands during market crashes while everyone else is liquidating their assets in sheer terror. The real risk that no one tells you about. The system convinced you that investing in assets is dangerous. Let's redefine danger. A stock market crash is not dangerous. It is a temporary drop in prices that historically always recovers. What is actually dangerous? Relying on a single source of income that can be terminated by a manager you don't even like. Being unable to walk away from a toxic job because you don't have enough capital working for you in the background. Waking up at 65 years old and realizing your savings cannot even cover your basic medical bills because inflation destroyed your purchasing power. That is real danger. If you keep your money in cash, your margin for error drops to zero. You must work perfectly without getting sick, without getting fired for 40 uninterrupted years. You are walking a tightrope without a net. You have to break the illusion. You must accept that your brain's desire for comfort is actively destroying your future. To build actual wealth, you must change your relationship with volatility. Volatility is not risk. Volatility is simply the emotional toll you pay to access exponential growth. It is the entry fee. If you refuse to pay the fee, you are permanently locked out of the wealthy class. Stop funding the banks with your fear. Keep a small cash buffer for absolute emergencies and deploy every other dollar you have into aggressive, cash-flowing assets. Index funds, real estate, equity, and businesses. Force your money into the line of fire. It will be uncomfortable. You will see your net worth drop during recessions. You will feel the panic. Ignore it. Deny your primitive brain the comfort of cash. The game is not won by the smartest player. The game is won by the player who can handle the most psychological discomfort without making a stupid decision. If you are ready to stop playing the victim and start exploiting the financial system's loopholes, subscribe to the channel. Rewatch this video every time you feel the urge to panic sell. See you in the next one.